Hey everyone, Sean Smith here with Dedicated Financial GBC in Roseville, Minnesota, doing our vlog today on top 7 reasons to not use Dedicated. So let's jump right in. First thing is this, is if you don't care about protecting your brand, definitely don't use Dedicated. 5-star reviews, why would you want those? And I say that jokingly, but Dedicated first and foremost is always going to lead with protecting your brand and our brand, and then within that kind of umbrella, we're going to optimize performance for you, but we're not going to focus on performance first. We're going to focus on doing things the right way. And it leads to a 4.9 Google rating with over 225 reviews at the moment. Second thing is this, is customer service is important to you. You didn't really want those accounts anyways, did you? Just like, hey, get rid of them, not think about them. We have a completely adaptive customer service model, so whether it be reporting, frequency, and how much we communicate, who we communicate with, on what, when your remittances come, you name it, we have a completely adaptive model to optimize performance for you. So if you don't care about that, we're definitely not the agency for you. There is this, liquidating your portfolio. It was never really the goal. You just didn't want to deal with those accounts. In the end of the day, you have to have performance, and you want a partner that actually partners with you not only on for instance, our performance versus the competition, but we actually can give insight into our clients' recovery rates against their competition. And that can be really valuable to drive what you're doing with your internal department, how many people you on staff, what your process is, when you're sending the account over, those type of things. We take a partner approach. So if you're not looking for a partner, someone to work with and optimize that performance, we're really not the agency for you. Next thing is that Midwest nice thing. We don't want Midwest nice things. I want Tony from the block to crush my accounts, show these people who the boss is, give them the beans type of thing. Well, you know what? That's just not us, okay? I believe that is highly counterproductive, especially in this day and age, and will only become more counterproductive as the years go on if you look into the future. We are going to treat people with respect. We are going to give them hope they can get out of their situation. We're going to supply them with viable options, and then we're going to work with them and hold them accountable to right the ship on their account. And we just don't crush people. We don't allow yelling or anything like that. It just does not exist at Dedicated. And part of that stems from our positive culture, but part of that stems from a lot of accountability measures that are in place to make sure that doesn't happen. Next is working with companies that give back and help the poor. That's for suckers. Poor, what poor? Is there really any needy? Come on, this day and age, I think everybody's doing just fine, right? No, of course not, right? And every aspect of Dedicated gives back. Every vertical, every day someone works at Dedicated, even the people that are making a repayment every 6 months are getting 6 cookies from Cookies for Kids Cancer to say, hey, thank you for repaying your debt and for working with Dedicated. You're helping fund kids' cancer research and treatment. And every time we collect on a deal, we're feeding 10 kids. Every day you work at Dedicated, you're feeding 10 kids. And every time you place an account as a client, you're feeding 10 kids. So if you don't like working with companies that give back in a big way, over 17 nonprofit partners, and a very significant amount of money and time given back into charitable causes, then we're not for you. And I would say, things like number 6 would be your accounts being contacted by real humans. Now, you know what? I want robo-dials. Why don't you just have like a robo-dial, give them about 5,700 calls a day. Let's do that method. No, we don't do that. We don't use auto dialers. We're not going to pound these people every minute on the minute or hour on the hour. That's, again, not productive, and it puts your brand at risk, not only from a legal standpoint, but it's a great way to end up on a government whiteboard for the wrong reasons as well. That's just not what we do. It's real humans connecting with real humans and helping them in their situation. That's how we do business. That's the optimal thing, especially when you're dealing with businesses, and we can prove that in the numbers. Final thing is this, is in the 7 reasons not to do. Number 7 is anytime you race me at a charitable card event that I put on at conferences, I win. Who wants to work with a guy that always wins? I'm joking, but I know some of you out there have been to some of my charity golf, not golf, well, charitable golf events too, but charitable kart racing events I like to do at conferences. Yes, I'm highly competitive. Yes, I always win. Yes, I may make sure they give me the fastest cart for the last race so that I win. I don't know, just these are hypothetical things, but in general, again, I say all these things kind of coy, but these things really matter to us, how we do business, why we do it. There's clients that we're the right fit for them, and then there's people in the industry that just quite frankly, values-wise, don't line up with who we are, and that's okay. We're gonna do us, we're gonna do business the way that matters most to us and how we treat people internally and externally, both on the phone and with our team and our clientele. And that's how we do business. That's what's driving our passion so that we can give back more, so that we can help more people. So there are my top 7 reasons to not do business with Dedicated. Thank you as always for subscribing, sharing, liking, comment. We appreciate that. As always, thank you for tuning in, and God bless.